So, I am, it's a long story, but you're going to be seeing this little avatar today. Um, and there is a reason why, but we're not going to worry about it because it doesn't apply to us right now. But this is introductory performance seminar on October 1st at 4:30. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. And let's start with Sarah. So go ahead, introduce yourself, introduce your piece. If you're playing, go ahead and unmute yourself. If you're not playing, go ahead and mute yourself. Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
My name is Sarah, and I'm gonna play the bagpipe. No, wait, bagpipe.
All right, very nice, very nice. And do you have this one memorized?
Yes.
Nice. That was really, really good. All right. What would you say is your trouble spot?
Uh, um, the thing that makes it hard for me is because, the lowest G that I'm playing, the string is broken.
Oh, I see. I see. I see. Got it. So it's not really a you issue, it's just the keyboard issue.
Yeah.
All right. All right, all right. Okay, and you did. Sorry, I'm trying to take notes. Okay, and what is one thing you feel like you did really well with?
Mm,
What you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
All right.
don't think the whole piece.
What was that?
I think the whole piece,
The whole piece was the good part?
I guess.
What did you or what did you like about that?
Um,
What do you think?
I think I like the first line.
And what did you like about it?
I just like the first line. I don't know why.
Like you liked the sound of it, you liked how you
The
played
sound,
it.
the sound of it.
All right, really nice job, really nice job. All right, so let's go to Gabrielle. And let's see what you've got for your piece. So go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell us about your piece.
Um, my name is Gabriel, and I'm gonna be playing the Sleeping Beauty waltz. You got it.
Very nice. All right. Really nice job, Gabriel.
Mhm.
Okay. So what is one thing you feel like you did really well and one thing you feel like you could improve?
Um, the thing that I'm really proud of is maybe like how I played the whole entire piece, maybe.
Okay, what specific things? Like,
Um,
you feel like your rhythm was good, your dynamics,
mm,
you like the way you played a certain section. I want you to think of
um,
something
the
specific.
the timing when I'm playing like the half notes and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. And what's one thing you feel like you could work on?
Mm, mm, I don't know.
Okay. What do you think was the trickiest part?
Um, maybe trying to like um maybe I forgot what I was about to say.
That's all right. That is a-okay. All right, we were supposed to have one other person and they came for a second, but I don't know if their computer got disconnected or whatever. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna talk about your guys' pieces. Um, and then if they are able to join back before we finish, then we'll hear their piece as well. If they don't join back before we finish, then we won't hear their piece today. All righty. So I want to talk just really quickly. So you both did a really fantastic job. I think Miss Yulia is both of your teachers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's an awesome teacher. I like Miss Yulia. She's really cool. Okay. We are going to talk about rhythm. So you guys both did, like I said, a fantastic job on your pieces. Miss Yulia would be super proud. So nice work. So we want to make sure that when we're playing, especially when we're playing those long notes where we're not really doing anything, we're just holding them out. We want to make sure we hold them out for their whole time. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So the way I like to think about it is I like to think of it as a rhythm couch. Okay? And we're going to do 3 beats because we're going to take a look at Gabriel's um, piece first, just to start off, just because we have it up right here. Um, second, sorry. Sorry about that. We are we are in kind of an unfamiliar place today, so I apologize. My dogs are a little bit on edge, so I'm so sorry about that. Okay. All right. So, oh, here's the third person. So we'll talk about their piece in a minute. Welcome, Annika. Um, we're chatting about Gabrielle's piece really quick, and then we'll get to your piece, okay? So when we're talking about rhythm, lay down. Thank you. Okay. All right. I like to think of it like a rhythm couch. Okay. And each couch cushion can seat one quarter note. I know my quarter note looks a little bit funky today. It's just, again, because I'm kind of in an unfamiliar place. So each one can fit one quarter note, right? Now we have, I don't think we have anything smaller than a quarter note, at least in Gabriel's piece. Um, so we're gonna just do this. All right. Now we want to make sure when we are doing half notes or dotted half notes that we're giving them the accurate number of beats. Now, a lot of times when we're playing these longer notes, we try to speed it up because we're like, well, this is really long and this is kind of boring, right? But if we speed it up, what's happening is we're kind of taking his spot and we're smushing him. And it's gonna sound smushed a little bit, okay? So we want to make sure when we're counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Gabriella, Gabrielle, does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So that was really the main thing with this one. So I want you to come down here, Gabrielle, and let's do measures 21, 22, and 23. Well, actually, these four
Mhm.
here, okay? We want to make sure we hear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, go ahead. That was perfect. Really nice job. Really nice job. Okay. And then with Sarah's piece, honestly, I can't even think of anything that you could work on with that one. That was really, really good. So yeah, just kind of the same thing. Make sure that when you get to these half notes that you're holding them the full length. But otherwise, really good. All right, Annika. Awesome, awesome. Let me go ahead and mark you in and let's hear your piece. All right, very nice, very nice. So what is one thing you feel like you could work on and one thing you feel like you did really well with?
I'd say I should work more on like the sound level. Like I didn't really start off with piano. I started off with the more louder sound.
Okay. So what do you mean when you say that?
As in, I don't know really how to explain it. It's just I didn't get really the dynamics right.
Okay. So it was dynamics. Okay, and what did you do to work on that? Or do you feel like you still have an issue with that?
I think I still kind of have an issue on
Okay. So I think I have a way to help with that. But what's one thing you feel like you did really well with?
Maybe like a constant pace, I guess.
Okay, steady tempo. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay. All right, so this is kind of a challenging piece, right? So the first thing let's do is I want to talk about dynamics and where they come from. So who knows what the word piano actually means in Italian? Anybody? Gabrielle, Sarah, Annika, anybody? Sarah, what does piano mean?
I think it means soft.
Okay, very nice. Okay, all right. Yeah. So the actual translation of this word, so it does mean soft when we're playing piano. The actual translation of this word actually is closer to something like gentle, weak, simple. Okay. So originally, these articulations would have actually been like telling us how to physically play our instrument. Okay. So if piano is soft, weak, or simple, what do we think forte means? Anybody? Annika, what does forte mean?
Like a little bit more, not harsh, but more
More loud. Okay.
loud.
So the actual translation of this word is really interesting, is strong. Okay. So we, on the one hand, we're playing weak or gentle or very keeping it very simple. And the other one, we're playing strong. So I want you to play this and instead of thinking keeping it soft, I want you to play it gentle. Let's try it. Just the beginning. All right. Do you feel like that is gentle?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you play it even more gentle? Nice. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So one thing I'm also noticing is that we're pausing just a little bit at the bar line. Do you notice that when you're playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try ba da 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 da. Okay. Nice. And let's just do those first two measures. Is your original sound on, by the way?
Oh, no.
Okay, that's okay. It was like fading in and out, and I was like, wait a minute. All right, so let's try that and just keeping it really, really gentle. Let's hear that. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So this piece is really interesting. So there's a couple really interesting things about this piece, and I don't want to get into it too much. You can probably chat with your professor about this. So it's Hungarian folk song. Do you know what the nickname for this piece is? You know? Okay, if you don't know. This one is called A Winter Tale. Okay. And it was by Bella Bartok. Does anybody know anything about Bella Bartok? Okay, so Bella Bartok was Hungarian, I believe. He was either Hungarian or Romanian. I forget which, but I think he was from Hungary. And he lived in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And he was fascinated with folk songs from the area that he grew up in. Okay. Hungarian folk songs, Romanian folk songs, even some Russian folk songs. And he would go into these really remote villages that didn't get visitors very often. And he would go and he would record like on very, very, very primitive record players. Which I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's kind of like if you take like a voice note, but imagine the voice note going onto like a really giant piece of plastic, okay? That's kind of what it was. So he would go in, he would record them, and then he would write songs that would sound like those folk songs that he was recording. So he was a really fascinating guy. He's really interesting. Wrote a lot of really crazy, wild music. But it's all really cool. I like it. So it's called A Winter Tale. Does anybody know what the word andante means? Anybody? It's A-okay if we don't know. So the word andante kind of means of the feet, if I'm remembering my Latin correctly. And it would have meant something like walking. And I think today the exact translation of that word is going, right? So we want something kind of a walking speed. So ba da 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 da. So let's just try that first line, Annika, and let's try not to pause at the bar lines and just remember to keep it really, really gentle and simple, okay? Nice, yeah. So even more steady. So ba da 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 bum ba da 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 dum ba dum bum. Right? Does that make sense? So let's try that. Nice. Have you ever practiced with a metronome?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay. So that might be something to kind of help you. Um, there's one that I think is really interesting, just because I think it's fun to watch. And it's let me see if I can find it. It's this one. It's just called bouncemetronome.com. And I'm gonna get rid of some of these little bouncy balls. Here. No, actually, I'm gonna do. Okay. Let's do 85. Well, let's do 80. So this kind of helps me visualize where my beats need to be. Ba da 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 dum, ba da 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 dum, ba da bum, ba da 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 dum, ba dum bum. And you can do half notes or quarter notes and eighth notes. So this one right here is doing quarter notes and this one's doing eighth notes. Bum ba da 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 bum bum ba dum ba dum bum. Okay, so it's a fun way to kind of like visualize your beats and things. But any metronome will work, and it just helps you to kind of keep that beat a little bit better. All right, so overall, you guys all did a really fantastic job. So just to kind of recap. Sarah, you worked on the bagpipe and really solid performance. just, I would say work on maybe just like making your fingers a little bit more firm so that when you're playing those left hand notes, that it won't have as much time to like do the funky thing that the low note's doing, right? Does that make sense? Okay. So really good job with that one. And then Gabriel, you worked on the Snow White Waltz, and we just talked about making sure that we, especially on those longer notes, that we're giving everybody their full beat, right? So, but really, really nicely done. And then Annika, we worked on some dynamics and just not pausing between measures. But overall, you guys did fabulous. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in Kaizen at some point. All right. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Good job.